center field.
Post-8 baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenos will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenos is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenos.
Post-8 baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Birding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Post-8 will take game 2. Find a complete game shutout for Jack Van Camp. A huge win for the Ace.
Post-8 baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post-8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to Mandan, the Mandan Memorial Ballpark for one 9-inning game as Post-8 will try and end its small 4-game losing streak and will be looking for an opportunity to take on this Mandan team who beat them earlier on in the year in a 15-8 score as Mandan was able to score 8 runs at the top of the 7th and picked up a win to make it 15-8. 8 runs in the 7th. Post-8 picked up 2 runs. It was a 7-6 ball game after 6 innings, but then ended up being a 15-8 final as Mandan was able to beat Post-8 in Pierre at their first home game of the season. They only played 1 game scheduled for a doubleheader, but only played 1 because of weather. And now here tonight, it was scheduled for a doubleheader, but we're playing just 1 9-inning game between these 2 teams as we'll have first pitch coming up here just before 5 o'clock. Beautiful, beautiful BNC National Bank Park here in Mandan Memorial Ballpark. And one of the favorites to come and watch a baseball game is here in Mandan, a fantastic facility, and looking forward to a great game between these 2 teams before Pierre will finish driving up to Minot tomorrow morning for then a game at 12:15 noon as the Eights will be using a couple young guys. And it'll be an opportunity for these young guys to show out and what they can do. Ridge Leinbach will be on the mound for Post-8 as he'll make his Senior Legion debut. And then for also the DH in the game, J.J. Buchholz will be the DH for Post-8. So a couple of guys from the 15-16 team here today with the Ridge Leinbach on the mound and J.J. Buchholz to the DH for Post-8. And with just 10 guys overall going to Minot, adding a couple, 2 guys here. So they'll have a couple guys on the bench. Isaac Pollock and Gary Nedved will have at least the beginning part of the game off. And we'll see if maybe Nedved's the first guy in relief before we get into Friday, as Post-8 will take on Glendive in the first game and then play Minot in the second game, 12:15 tomorrow afternoon, and then 4:45 in the evening tomorrow, as Post-8 will be in the Minot tournament playing at another beautiful ballpark at Corbett Field up in Minot. Just another finishing up the hour drive, basically hour and a half drive up to Minot to close out the drive all the way up there, stopping here in Mandan for the first game of our weekend as Pierre will take on the Mandan Chiefs coming up with first pitch at 5 o'clock here at the beautiful Mandan Memorial Ballpark. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with more of the pregame show. You're listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand, and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Mandan, as we are getting set for first pitch between Pierre and the Mandan Chiefs in our 1-9-inning game, as Post States will be looking to start the weekend off strong, as the Eights were defeated yesterday in the doubleheader sweep of Sioux Falls East, as they actually have dropped 3 in a row. I said 4 in a row, but they've dropped 3 in a row after beating East Saturday. They end up losing Sunday and then dropping the 2 games yesterday to Sioux Falls East in a 10-2 and 10-0 loss in that doubleheader. So now Post State looking to get back on track and get things going again. Now 7-11 on the season, and the Eights are needing a couple of big wins here to get the mojo going, as Peyton Zabel had said last night. Need to use this weekend to get some mojo and some motive and get things feeling better, get things right. And for Post State, this is a big weekend to do that. Wins and losses aren't going to matter at the end of the season, but the wins that you can pick up this weekend can turn into a couple extra wins in South Dakota games by the time that this season rolls to an end. And Post State right now needing those wins in the South Dakota game. So again, wins and losses maybe don't mean much. They won't mean anything in the South Dakota standings. However, you know, if you go out and win all but one, win all but 2, this weekend becomes a successful weekend and a lot of wins. Well, then these guys that are on the trip will be feeling pretty good and getting the confidence rolling going into the last part of the season, with a couple of home games next week and then going into the Gopher Classic in just a couple of weekends. We will step aside one more time here as the umpires are making their way to home plate and get the lineups exchanged. We're just about set here for baseball between Pierre and Mandan. We'll step aside for another 3 minutes, come back with first pitch here in just a little bit. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Verdict Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdict Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdict Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdict Electric, 224-8684.
As we welcome you back here to Mandan, getting set for a first pitch between Pierre and Mandan, as the teams are being introduced right now, and we're just about set for first pitch. We'll have the national anthem come up here in just a moment, as we will step aside one more time. Post State and Mandan coming up here in 3 minutes. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727. As we welcome you back here to Mandan, getting set for first pitch as Mandan has taken the field. It will be McCoy Keller on the mound for the Mandan Chiefs. We only saw Tucker Horner in the lone game. He went all 7 innings for Mandan against Pierre, but McCoy Keller is on the mound here for the Mandan Chiefs. Isaac Huddle behind the plate will go around the full defensive defensive placements here in just a moment as the 8s are coming to the plate. We're ready to go here as Brecken Kruger will lead things off for Post States. As, again, if you're watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports, trying to get the camera angle as best as we can, but trying to keep that within the shot of the Wi-Fi is a little bit tougher as the first pitch is over for strike one at 5:02. 92 degrees announced here for first pitch. You listen to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Here's the 0-1 to Brecken Kruger. That one will miss low and it's now 1-1. Here's the leadoff man, Brecken Kruger. Kruger is hitting .222 on the season as he comes in here just one game tonight. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 1-2 here to Brecken Kruger. .222 batting average. All 8 of his hits have been singles. 6 runs driven in so far for Post State. 1-2 pitch. The ground ball on the left side. It'll be fielded by the third baseman and Horner. The throw across the first is in the turf and unably dug out, and Brecken Kruger is the leadoff man on base to open things up for Post State. And it will be an air charge to the third baseman and Horner to bring up now George Stalley.
The left fielder, George Stalley.
Stalley, he comes in as he's hitting .243 so far on the year. 2 doubles and a triple, also 6 runs driven in. Here's the first pitch from Keller. That one will be taken for strike one. With a runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Fun thing about being here at the Mandan Memorial Ballpark is being able to see how fast these pitches are coming in. There's a swing and a miss. That was at 67 miles an hour on the off-speed pitch from McCoy Keller. And the count's quickly 0-2 here to George Stalley. Bennett Dean will wait on deck. We can go through the batting order as well for Post State. 0-2 pitch, and that will be a ground ball to the left side off the glove of the third baseman, and no play again. And it's now first and second here with nobody out. And it will bring up Bennett Dean. And they will give the third baseman his second straight error. So it's first and second here with nobody out. Bennett Dean is up to the plate. Matthew Hansen will bat next, then Johnny Lyons. As that one will miss low for ball one. Then it's Grayson Hunsley, J.J. Buckles, Jet Zabel, and Connor Bruce be the 9 hitters for Post State. With Ridge Leimbach, the pitcher for the 8s. 1-0 pitch. That's upstairs at 77 miles an hour. And the count's 2-0. Here to Bennett Dean. Dean hitting .239 on the year with 2 extra base hits, actually 3 extra base hits, a double and an inside the park home run. 10 runs driven in. He's got an early RBI opportunity here in the top of the first. The 2-0 pitch, that one will miss down low, and Isaac Huddle was able to make the stop to make it a 3-0 count here. And McCoy Keller, who is trying to work around 2 errors to open up the ball game, is in danger of walking the bases loaded with nobody out. 3-0 pitch. That one's at the knees, and it's over for a strike at 76 miles an hour. And the count's now 3-1. McCoy Keller will sit around that high 70 mark as he has shown so far in this first inning. 3-1 pitch is upstairs. That one got up to 81, but it was missed upstairs for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded here with nobody out in the top of the first inning, and it will bring up the cleanup hitter, Matt Hansen.
The shortstop, Matt Hansen.
Bases are loaded here with nobody out in the top of the first inning. Here's the first pitch to Matthew Hansen. He'll swing and a miss at a pitch that dropped in front. Huddle was able to block it up here in the all-turf field in Mandan. It's 305 down the left field line, 320 down the right field line, but you have the chain link monster out in left field. The 0-1 inside edge, and it's now 0-2 here to Matthew Hansen. And just past the monster, 336, 385 out in center field, 380 in right center field, and 350 in the power alley in right. 0-2 pitch is looked out for strike 3, and there's the first out here in the top of the first inning. And now we'll bring up Johnny Lyons, the third baseman.
Third baseman, Johnny Lyons.
Lyons, as he comes in hitting .312, 8 runs driven in. And he's got 2 RBIs sitting out there, second and third base, with the bases loaded here with 1 out. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. It's a beautiful ballpark here in Mandan. We were here the first time that I was here was in 2020, and get to come back here in 2022 as that one's over for a strike. It's now 1-1. Saw it on the schedule and was immediately happy to see that we'd be coming back up here. This is a fantastic venue to watch a baseball game. The press box is fantastic as well, and all-around great facility. That one will get away from Huddle on the 1-1 pitch. Brecken Kruger will come in to score, and Post State will take a 1-0 lead as everybody else moves up 90 feet. And it's a runners at second and third with Post State leading 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. And Johnny Lyons still at the play with a 2-1 count. And 1 out here in the top of the first. Again, 9-inning ball game. Have the doubleheader scheduled, but just play 1-9, and both these teams will be in Minot tomorrow for the Minot tournament. Post State will open things up at 12:15. As it was a swing and a miss for Johnny Lyons, the count is now 2-2. Dean at second, Stalley over at third. Here's a 2-2. And Lyons will skate out towards right field. Coming in is the right fielder in Schlosser. He'll make the catch. Stalley will tag up. The throw coming in. It's going over the top of the first baseman. It'll take 1 hop. Stalley will score without a play, and it's now a 2-0 lead for Post State on the RBI sacrifice fly from Johnny Lyons. And the Eights lead at 2-0, and still a runner on third base as it's now
the catcher,
Grayson Hunsley. Hunsley's got the RBI opportunity. Again, he had a fantastic Dakota Classic as he was able to get those RBI total up to 4. He's batting .265 now. And going into the weekend of the Dakota Classic, his batting average was below 100, and he was able to raise that up to now .265 after playing in one of the 2 games yesterday against Sioux Falls East. Takes a first pitch strike from McCoy Keller, as the 0-1 is ripped over the third baseman off the glove again of the third baseman. And Grayson Hunsley will be safe. It's now a 3-0 ball game. And Post State has been able to score and take advantage of all 3, the 2 errors and the walk. And it's a 3-0 lead here for Post State in the top of the first.
Designated hitter, J.J. Buckholz.
And it's going to be the 3rd error already charged to be actually a base hit for Grayson Hunsley and an RBI. Make it a 3-0 ball game. Here's J.J. Buckholz. First pitch is over for strike 1. Part of the 15, 16-year-old team that's been called up to play here in this ball game. He and Ridge Leimbach made the drive up with River Iverson as that one's fouled back, and it's now 0-2. Talked a little bit to River Iverson before the ball game about these two guys, and he is high on both of the players, but also hitting-wise for Buchholz. 0-2 pitch. He's behind it. It'll be grounded fair, and it will be on the bag at first base for Bunnell, and that will retire the side. Here at the top of the first inning, but 3-run score on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 man left on base. After a half an inning, Pierre has a 3-0 lead over Mandan. You're listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
As we welcome you back here at the bottom of the first inning, Post-8 has a 3-0 lead over the Mandan Chiefs. John Winkler here on this Thursday evening, as it will be Lucas Burgum to lead things off. He's the shortstop. He'll be followed by Stenson Kuntz, the second baseman. Isaac Cuddle, the catcher, will bat third. McCoy Keller, the pitcher, will bat fourth. Braden Bunnell, the first baseman, batting fifth. Regan Schlosser, the right fielder, will bat sixth. Seth Ahrens, the center fielder, will bat seventh. Tucker Horner, the third baseman, batting eighth, and Anthony Johnson, the left fielder, will bat ninth, as Ridge Leimbach is on the mound for the Mandan Chiefs. Or, excuse me, Ridge Leimbach's on the mound for Post-8 against the Mandan Chiefs. He'll make his Senior Legion debut as he'll deliver the first pitch over for strike one at 77 miles an hour. I think maybe we'd love to see him sit around 77 throughout this ball game. I'm sure the nerves are a little bit there. A 15, 16-year-old coming up to play Senior Legion, and the off-speed pitch at 67 miles an hour. It's taken for a strike, and it's now 0-2. It's a good mixture of speeds, dropping 10 miles an hour off of a pitch. As Leimbach already ahead 0-2. Here is the 0-2 pitch. The fastball upstairs, trying to get him to chase is Burgum, and he will not abide, and it's now a 1-2 count. He went 2 for 5 against Pierre back on June 7th with 2 runs driven in. He had a home run, one of 2 home runs that was hit, and he'll sky that one out to left field. That one is going back to the wall, and it will be off the monster as Stalley will pick it up off the bounce and sliding in head first. And Lucas Burgum has himself a leadoff double to kick off the bottom of the first inning. And it'll bring up Stenson Kuntz. And that one hit about, well, that was almost halfway up the chain link monster here in Mandan. And now Stenson Kuntz will come to the plate. He hit the ball hard enough, just didn't hit the ball high enough to get out. So here is now Kuntz, the second baseman, 1 for 5 with an RBI. In the game against Pierre, that one's up high for ball 1. Mandan had 16 hits against Pierre in the Game 1 win, scoring 8 times in the 7th inning. Pierre opened up a 5-1 lead after the first inning before Mandan came all the way back. That one's at the top of the zone, and it's now 1-1. They scored 4 in the second to tie the game back up at 5-5. Pierre took the 6-5 lead in the 5th before 2 runs scored in the 6th and then 8 runs scored in the 7th for the Chiefs to go up 15-6 and end up being a 15-8 ball game when it was all said and done. That one misses just a little bit low and outside, and the count's now 2-1 here to Stenson Kuntz. 14 of the 15 runs were driven in by the Mandan Chiefs, 14 RBIs in that ball game. That one is high and outside, now 3-1. On deck, the number 3 hitter, and Isaac Huddle, who also hit a home run in that win. They had 5 extra base hits, 3 doubles, and 2 home runs against Pierre back on June 7th. 3-1 pitch. Top of the zone, taken for a strike, and the count's now at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Bruce at second. His throw to first is going to be in time. The runner will move up 90 feet, and there's one down here in the bottom of the first inning. And it will bring up Isaac Huddle. Huddle went 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs in the first game against Pierre as he bats with a runner on third and 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will miss, and it's now 2-0. Try and get the camera back for you on YouTube at KCCR Sports, realizing that it froze at the end of the top of the first inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one will miss. It's now 3-0. On deck, McCoy Keller, the pitcher, who would like nothing more than to have a couple guys on base to try and work his way back, help himself out. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. That one at 74 miles an hour. I love the opportunity to tell you how fast these pitches are coming in. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one is outside for ball 4. And it's now first and third with 1 out here in the top of the bottom of the first inning. McCoy Keller, the pitcher. When the runner's at first and third and 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch is over for strike 1. As we'll get the signs from Grayson Hunsley. Count is 0-1 here to McCoy Keller. And that one misses low, and it's now 1-1. Working on getting the camera back up for you as the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike to McCoy Keller, the pitcher for Mandan here in this ball game. That one will miss high, and it's now 2-1. Two-one count, 1 out. Runners at first and third here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-1. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-1 here to McCoy Keller. On deck is Braden Bunnell. He'll be followed by Regan Schlosser, Seth Ahrens, Tucker Horner, and Anthony Johnson. As Rich Leinbach will look for a ground ball here. 3-1 pitch. That one will miss for ball 4, and it's now the bases loaded and 1 out. And it will bring up the first baseman, Braden Bunnell.
The first baseman, Braden Bunnell.
Bunnell in the first ball game went 2 for 4 against Pierre. Drove in 2 runs. He had a double. As the first pitch is over for strike 1 on the check swing from Bunnell. Bases are loaded here with 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's at the top of the zone and is quickly 0-2. Corners are even at the bag. Middle is back here for Post State, trying to get a ground ball to get you out of this inning. The 0-2 pitch. That one's at the top of the zone and taken for strike 3, and there's a big strikeout And now you can go anywhere for the third out, as that's the first strikeout for Ridge Lineback. And he'll bring up Regan Schlosser. That's a big first strikeout for Lineback in his debut here with the Senior Legion team. Regan Schlosser, the right fielder. He went 1 for 5 with an RBI against Pierre. And he'll sky that one out towards center field. Brecken Kruger will take a couple of steps back. He'll make the catch, and Lineback tiptoes out of danger in the bottom of the first inning. No runs score on a one hit in the inning, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We have played a full inning, and it's a 3-0 lead here for Post State's over Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
If you're in the market for a new home, call my mom or grandma, Kathy. Sunshine Properties is my mom and my grandma.
When you're ready to buy or sell, rely on us, Kathy Sunshine Properties. We'll help you to buy or sell with confidence. When you're out and about, stop and see us at our new location on the corner of Capitol and Central here in Pierre.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
As we welcome you back here to Mandan, as Post State leads 3-0 over Mandan after the top of the first inning. The iPad got a little bit too hot, so we will get you back to having the game on here in just a little bit. As Jed Zabel lead things off. Zabel, Bruce, and Kruger, 8-9-1 here at the top of the second. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. Here to Zabel, who comes in hitting 182 on the season. His 4 hits, all 4 of them have been doubles. He's also got 4 runs driven in. That one is popped up foul and out of play. And the count is even at a ball and a strike.
There is a Shlomo Construction foul ball that can be returned to the press box with 50 cents in candy.
Be Zabel and then Bruce. And then Brecken Kruger, who led off the ball game. That one is taken on the outside edge for strike 3. It was an 0-2 count, not a 1-1 count. And that's the second strikeout of the ball game now for McCoy Keller. As Connor Bruce, first pitch is a swing and a miss. Bruce is hitting .333. He's got 3 singles and a double. Driven in 2 runs. As he's currently 4 for 12 on the season in total. 0-1 pitch is at the knees, is now 0-2, and McCoy Keller is starting to settle things in. Now, of course, he had 2 errors to open up the ball game. And only 1 hit against him so far, but all 3 of those runs came in with also the walk to it to give Pierre a 3-0 lead after the top of the first. The 0-2 pitch misses low, and it's now 1-2 here to Connor Bruce. 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bruce has also walked 3 times, been hit by a pitch once. Quality at bat percentage, near 44%. The 1-2 pitch is a check swing, does not go. And the count is now 3-2 here to Connor Bruce. Here's a payoff pitch. Comes inside and it will be ball 4, and Bruce will work a 1-out walk to get the line up back to the top of the order,
Post 8 back at the top of the
as it will be
batting
Brecken
order.
Kruger now to the plate.
Kruger.
Kruger reached on an error to open up the ball game from the third baseman and Tucker Horner, as he'll hit here with 1 on and 1 out. Showing bunt, pulls it back and takes it for strike 1. And Kruger coming in, 222 batting average. A lot of times in the 9-hole, but with guys not here, a lot of guys going different places, it's a chance to kind of tinker the lineup and put guys in different spots, maybe a little bit more uncomfortable than in this spot than in that spot. And here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss low and inside, and it's now 1-1 here to Brecken Kruger. Lincoln Keenels not here this weekend, along with Jack Merkwan, Jaden Wiebe. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball left side, sliding stop by the shortstop. Throw across to first is going to be in time to get him. And what a play there from Lucas Burgum to retire Brecken Kruger, and there's now 2 down. First does move up to second on the play, and it's going to bring up George Stalley, who has another RBI opportunity here for Pierre.
Left fielder George Stalley.
Trying to make this a 4-0 lead for Post State. And then great sliding stop there by Burgum in the hole and short. And to get up and throw a strike across the diamonds, tough play to make. Made it look pretty easy. Well, now it's a runner on second and 2 away. First pitch by McCoy Keller is fouled away by Stalley at the plate, and it's 0-1. Stalley reached on the air, and he came around to score on the sac fly from Johnny Lyons. Here's the 0-1. That one will bounce in, and another good block there from Huddle, and the count is now even at a ball and a strike. Bennett Dean waits on deck. He is looking for an opportunity to swing the bat here with 2 outs. Here's the 1-1. That one misses just a bit inside, and it's now 2-1 here to Stalley. Top of the second, 3-0 lead for Post State here against the Mandan Chiefs. The 2-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 3-1. Here's the now 3-1 to Stalley as McCoy Keller will peer in for the sign. He'll come set and deliver the 3-1 pitch. Stalley will rip it into left field for a base hit. Connor Bruce, he's going to be held up at third base. And Stalley will try and head for second. The throw to second. They're going to get Stalley out at second base to end the inning. So he gets the single, but then Huddle, in a nice play, was able to fire it across to second to retire Stalley and end the inning. No run score, 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base after an inning and a half. 3-0 lead for Post State's over Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes.
Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
As we welcome you back here, as Post State is leading 3-0, as Seth Aarons will come to the plate. And trying to get the live stream back and going as there's a ground ball to the second baseman, Bruce. 1 pitch and 1 out to open up the bottom of the second inning. As we welcome you back here to Mandan. And Aarons grounds out to start the inning.
The third baseman, Tucker Horner.
And here's Tucker Horner, the number 8 hitter in the order for the Mandan Chiefs. Anthony Johnson will follow as the first pitch is missed for ball 1. Post State with the 3 runs in the first. Picked up another hit, but unable to score in that second inning. That one's fouled back, and the count is even at a ball and a strike now.
Construction foul ball that can be returned to the press box with 50 cents candy and entry for the drawing for the bicycle.
Tucker Horner went 1 for 5 against Pierre, but more importantly for Horner, he went all 7 innings, allowing 4 earned runs, 8 runs against, only 4 earned runs on 7 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He threw exactly 105 pitches for Mandan. 1-2 pitch. That one is taken for strike 3, and there's a second strikeout for Ridge Leinbach, and he's having himself a good outing here for Post State, as it's a first 2 guys retired here in the bottom of the second, and it will bring up now Anthony Johnson. Johnson, left fielder, batting left. First pitch will miss for ball 1. Johnson went 2 for 4, had a double against Pierre. Johnny Lyons went 6 innings for Post State in that first game. Then Gary Nedved went a third of an inning before Connor Bruce got the final 2 outs in the 7th, as there's a swing and a miss. And it's a 1-1 count here to Anthony Johnson. Here's the 1-1. That one will bounce in, and it's now 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Johnson. That one will be taken for a strike, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Anthony Johnson. And Rich Leinbach looking for a 1-2-3 inning here for Post State. Leinbach from the windup delivers the 2-2 pitch. That one is just outside and off speed at 65 miles an hour. As the 3-2 pitch will miss inside, and it will be ball 4 to Anthony Johnson, and it will bring up Lucas Burgum with 2 outs and a runner on first.
Shortstop Lucas Burgum.
Lucas Burgum doubled his first trip to the plate, and he'll be looking, if he does the same thing here with 2 outs and Anthony Johnson on first base, he can give Mandan their first run of the ball game. The first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 here to Lucas Burgum. Got the camera back up and going, however, it's still sputtering a little bit. But hopefully we get it all work its way out here. The 1-0 count to Lucas Burgum. 1-0 pitch is missing low and away, and it's now 2-0. Stenson Kuntz would be on deck with a runner on first and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, and a 2-0 count upcoming. That is upstairs, and it's now 3-0 here to Burgum. And is there a green light given to the leadoff man in the order? We'll see here on the 3-0 pitch. It didn't touch the zone, as it will bounce in for ball 4, and it's back-to-back 2-out walks. And there's runners at first and second now for Stetson Kuntz.
The second baseman, Stetson Kuntz.
Everybody but Horner and Johnson in the game against Pierre on June 7th had an RBI. Here's the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Kuntz had 1 RBI on the base hit that he had. Here's the 1-0 now from Leinbach. Instead, he'll check and throw it to second, and diving back in safely is Anthony Johnson at second base. The runners at first and second and 2 away. Here in the bottom of the second is Pierre trying to work around 2 walks. 1-0. That was at the top of the zone and taken for a strike, and it's even at a ball and a strike here too. Stetson Kuntz. You're in the bottom of the second of a 9-inning ball game between Pierre and Mandan. A 1-1 pitch. There's a sharp line shot, and Johnny Lyons will make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the second inning. Good play there from Lyons over at the hot corner. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. After 2 full innings, Pierre has a 3-0 lead over the Mandan Chiefs. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
As we have a substitution as Seth Aarons will come to the mound.
Number 11, McCoy Keller.
So Seth Aarons will come to the mound. Anthony Johnson will go to center. And McCoy Keller will go to right. So as a 2-inning work for McCoy Keller, as he gave up 3 runs, all of them unearned, just 2 hits allowed. He allowed 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in those 2 innings.
The first baseman, Bennett Dean.
So now here is Seth Aarons on the mound. And he'll face Bennett Dean to open things up here in the top of the 3rd inning, with Post State leading 3-0. 2 hits so far for the Eights, 1 so far for the Chiefs. Bennett Dean is not recording official at bat. He walked his first trip to the plate. First pitch is over for strike 1. Dean looking for to be the second hit of the ball game for Post State. One of their 2 hits ended up being with George Staley being thrown out, trying to go from first to second on the throw, as that one misses low, and it's now 1-1. There's an RBI single for Grayson Hunsley in the top of the first that made it a 3-0 ball game, as the 1-1 is over for a strike, and it's now 1-2 here to Bennett Dean. Aaron's the new pitcher on the mound, the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing in, blocked up by Huddle, and it's now 2-2. Wind blowing out towards left field. here at Mandan Memorial Ballpark. 2-2 pitch is taken at the knees for strike 3, and Dean will strike out looking for the first out here in
the shortstop, Matt Hansen.
the top of the third. And it will bring up Matthew Hansen, who struck out looking in his first trip to the plate. First pitch is over for ball 1 to Matthew Hansen. The Eights got their first 3 base runners on by 2 errors and a walk, and all 3 of those guys came around to score. As that one is over for a strike, and it's now 1-1 here to Hansen. Aaron's from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hansen will go down, reach for it, and will fly it out towards center field. Coming in as Johnson make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the third inning. And it will bring up Johnny Lyons. Lions had a sac fly RBI, made it a 2-0 ball game at the time. As he'll dig in for the first pitch, over for strike 1. A 63-mile-an-hour breaking ball from Seth Aarons. The 0-1. Another breaking ball that catches the top of the zone, and it's now quickly 0-2. Here to Johnny Lyons. Nobody on with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and a 3-up, 3-down inning for Seth Aarons in his first inning of relief. We have the bottom of the third. Still a 3-0 lead for Pierre over Mandan. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family-owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Lil Sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, third time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so safe. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Back here, bottom of the third inning, Post States with a 3-0 lead over Mandan. Joe Wickler here on this Thursday evening. Drew McIntyre back at the station, and it is 3, 4, and 5 for the Mandan Chiefs. Isaac Huddle, McCoy Keller, and Braden Bunnell, the first 3 hitters. As Huddle digs in the first pitch from Ridge Leinbach is taken high and outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 1-1 here to Isaac Huddle. Good start, good first 2 innings for Ridge Leinbach, allowing just one hit so far. That one is over for a strike, and it's now a 1-2 count. Here to Isaac Huddle. Here's the 1-2. There's a fly ball to right field. Jet Zabel in to make the catch. Barely had to move for it, hit it right to him. And there's the 1 down to open up the bottom of the third inning. As it will bring up McCoy Keller. Keller, he walked in his first trip to the plate. And he was stranded at first. So far for Ridge Lineback, he has thrown 46 pitches and 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch is just a bit high inside. And 1-0 count here to McCoy Keller. 47 pitches, 23 of them for strikes. He does have 4 walks, but 2 strikeouts and 1 hit against in 2 1/3 innings of work so far. A 1-0 pitch comes inside and nearly gets Keller, and now it's a 2-0 count. As McCoy Keller will be looking to be a base runner here in the bottom of the 3rd. There's a ground ball that is fair down the 3rd base line and will go all the way into the corner. Keller will round first. He's on his way to 2nd. Throw will be cut off by Hanson at shortstop, and it is a 1-out double for McCoy Keller. And it's the second hit of the game. Both of them are doubles against Ridge Lineback. And it's Braden Bunnell now who struck out looking in his first trip to the plate. And Bunnell will dig in with an RBI opportunity. Again, he had 2 runs driven in the win against Pierre back on June 7th. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Bunnell. The runner on 2nd, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, with the Eights leading 3-0. That one is on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1 here to Bunnell. Regan Schlosser and then Seth Ahrens will be the next 3 hitters for the Mandan Chiefs. 1-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball to the right side. Connor Bruce will dive. He got a glove on it, gets up. The throw to first is going to be wide. Bennett Dean is able to get the glove to it. And it's now 1st and 3rd. And it will bring up now the number 6 hitter, and Regan Schlosser. And it will be a base hit for Bunnell. Bring up 1st and 3rd with 1 out, but still a ground ball away from keeping this a 3-0 ball game. Schlosser flew out to the center fielder Kruger in his first trip to the plate. Mandan stranded the bases loaded in the 1st inning, and then stranded 1st and 2nd in the 2nd. Now they have 1st and 3rd here in the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch. There's a line shot. Bruce will make the catch. And diving back in at first base without a throw is Bunnell. And there's now 2 down as Schlosser hit the ball in the nose right at Connor Bruce. And it will now bring up Seth Ahrens with 2 outs and a runner on 1st and 3rd. And Ahrens now the pitcher, not the pitcher of record, but a chance to help himself out to maybe be in line for a decision if they can come back and tie this ball game up at any point. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Ahrens. He grounded out to Bruce at second base in his first trip to the plate. That led off the bottom of the 2nd inning. Runners at 1st and 3rd. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one just a bit outside on the breaking ball. That's a good pitch there from Ridge Lineback. Lineback comes set, 1-1 pitch. That one will miss low and away, and it's now 2-1 here to Ridge Lineback, or to Seth Ahrens from Ridge Lineback. Pitcher against pitcher. 2-1 pitch. Top of the zone, taken for a strike, and it's now 2-2. And Lineback is strike away from getting out of this 3rd inning. Here's the 2-2. Runner takes off, ground ball, back up the middle. Bruce will field. He's got to throw it to first. The throw to first is not going to be in time, and it will be an infield single for Seth Ahrens, an RBI. And it's now a 3-1 ball game. And runners at 1st and 2nd. And with that runner in motion, if he is not in motion, it would have been up the middle. Matthew Hansen would have had an opportunity, maybe more so at the play, but Bruce was going over to cover the bag, so it went right to him, but he couldn't step on the bag with it's a slow roller that it was. So he had to throw to first, and Ahrens was able to get up and down the line to beat it out for an infield single. So now it's a 3-1 ball game with the tying run at first base and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The 1-0 pitch now to Tucker Horner. Upstairs, and it's now 2-0. Horner is 0 for 1. He struck out looking back in the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 pitch. That one is popped foul down the right field side, and it will get out of play. Jet Zabel ran out of room to try and make that play. The count goes to 2-1 here to Tucker Horner. At second base is Braden Bunnell. Seth Aarons at first. With a 2-1 count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Post State leading 3-1. The 2-1 pitch. That one is upstairs, and it's now a 3-1 count here. To Tucker Horner. On deck, the number 9 man in Anthony Johnson. Here's a 3-1. That was a check swing and a foul ball. That'll end up back in the grandstands after it went up the netting, bounced off the top of the awning and fell down in front of the fans. Still going to be, even though that netting is there in front, it's still going to be aware of a foul ball making its way. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Runners take off, and that one will be fouled out of play. So we'll do it again here at 3-2. And the runners again will get a head start. Another payoff pitch upcoming. Bunnell at second, Aarons at first. Here's the 3-2. Upstairs for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. And Anthony Johnson will come to the plate. And time will be called, and Peyton Zabel, Grayson Hunsley will both make their way out there. And for Rich Leinbach, he has thrown well so far through 2 2/3 in his Senior Legion debut, and a guy that we'll probably see a lot of in the next couple of years, more so on the Senior Legion team. Same with the DH and J.J. Buckles, who will be batting second in the top of the 4th inning for Post State. Peyton Zabel is familiar with a lot of these pitchers up and down the Post State organization. Back in 2020, he was a guy that worked not just with the Senior Legion team. He came to a lot of Senior Legion games, but he was at a lot of different games across the Post State organization as a pitching coach for everybody, and that's what Post State, able to use that well, is having a D1 arm, a guy that was drafted and hopefully at some point will be drafted again. And Peyton Zabel, as it counts 0-1 here to Anthony Johnson. And the 0-1 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 0-2 again. And Rich Leinbach trying to get his way out of this inning. The base is loaded and 2 outs. 3-1 ball game. Tying run is in scoring position. Here's the 0-2 from Leinbach. Just a bit outside, trying to get him to chase. That was a good pitch there from Leinbach and a good take from Anthony Johnson. The base is loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. There's the third strikeout of the ball game for Leinbach, and he will strand the bases loaded again in this ball game. 1 run does score on 3 hits in the inning, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Post State has a 3-1 lead over Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
As we welcome you back here to the top of the fourth inning, Post State is leading 3-1 over the Mandan Chiefs, as it will be 6, 7, and 8 to Grayson Hunsley, J.J. Buckles, and Jet Zabel. Hunsley is 1 for 1 with an RBI single. Buckles grounded out, and Jet Zabel, he struck out looking in his. Those three guys that will be coming to the plate in their first at-bats. And for Hunsley with an RBI, made it a 3-0 ball game at the time. It's now 3-1 here as we open things up in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the first pitch from Seth Ahrens, who had a 1-2-3 top of the third, as that one's popped up and fouled out of play. One might have went off the Mandan bus that will be used tomorrow to travel up to Minot, or at least I expect it to be used to travel up to Minot tomorrow. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's on the outside edge, and it's now 0-2. Beer will play at 12:15 tomorrow afternoon in their first game of the Minot tournament. The 0-2 pitch bouncing in, and the count is now 1-2 here to Grayson Hunsley. Try and find the schedule for you. There's a ground ball up the middle on the 1-2 pitch, fielded by the shortstop in Burgum. And the throw to first is in time, and it's 4 straight retired for Seth Ahrens to open up his outing on the mound. And J.J. Buckles now will come to the plate. Buckles is 0 for 1, ground out to the first baseman. Again, Post State will play at 12:15. That's the second game of the day. First game's at 10 o'clock between Brainerd and Billings. Then it's Glendive and Pierre. First pitch is over for strike one to Buckles, and the off speed at 64 miles an hour. And then Post State will have a game off with Brainerd and Mandan playing at 2:30, as that one will miss for a ball, and it's now even at a ball and a strike. Then Minot and Pierre will be the last game of the day, with then after that it's a home run derby skills competition, as there's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-2. And a free meal for the team. That'll be tomorrow night. 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. It's now 2-2 here to Buckles. I don't know what the home run derby skills competition will bring, and I don't know if any of the Post State players will participate. I'm assuming that somebody will out of it. Maybe Bennett Dean would participate in the home run derby, as that one is missed low, and it's now 3-2 here to J.J. Buckles with one out and nobody on. If that's the case, we'll try and, on YouTube only, bring you the home run derby on KCCR Sports. 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball, high chopper off the turf, so it's fielded by the third baseman Horner. He'll throw to first to retire Buckles, and that turf gives you the nice high bounce to the third baseman. And it brings up Jet Zabel, who is 0 for 1, struck out looking. Turf can be beneficial, and sometimes maybe on a hard ground ball can be a little bit more difficult for you. That ball will get on you very quickly. However, you rarely, if ever, get a bad hop on turf, as the first pitch is outside for ball one to Jet Zabel. Here's the 1-0, as Ahrens likes to work quick, as that one's taken for a strike, and it's now 1-1. And I respect all pitchers that like to work fast. 1-1 pitch, and Zabel will ground it over, fielded by Ahrens, the pitcher. He'll flip to first, and he has retired all 6 to open up his outing in 2 innings. We have the bottom of the fourth, still a 3-1 lead for Pierre over Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Milwaukee Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we welcome you back here, the bottom of the fourth inning, Post State's leading 3-1 as Ridge Leimbach will stay on the mound for the fourth inning. He'll deal with the top of the order. Lucas Burgum, Stenson Kuntz, and Isaac Huddle will be the first three hitters here for Post State in this ball game, or in this bottom of the fourth inning. And it's the top of the order as well for the Eights, or for Mandan. A 3-1 lead for Pierre. All three runs scored unearned against Seth Aarons in the first inning, or against McCoy Keller in the first inning. Seth Aarons now on the mound for this Mandan Chiefs team, and he's retired all six that he has faced so far in the two innings that he has been able to work. First pitch to Lucas Burgum is missed for ball one. Burgum is 1 for 1. He doubled back at the bottom of the first, and he also walked, but was stranded at third in the first and also stranded at second. He's going to be stranded at first in the second inning, as that one is upstairs for ball two. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, and it's now 2-1. Burgum hit the chain link monster out in left field to open things up in the bottom of the first inning, and then Leimbach, who walked, and two other guys in the inning, was able to work around a bases-loaded jam, as that one is over for a strike, and the count is now at 2-2. You listen to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's upstairs, and it's now 3-2. Here to the leadoff man in the order in the bottom of the fourth, with Post State leading 3-1. Here's the full count pitch from Leimbach. That one is popped foul. That will get out of play. It's on top of the grandstand over on the right side. Remains a full count upcoming here from Leimbach to Burgum. Swinging and a foul tip into the midst of Hunsley, and a strikeout for Leimbach, his fourth of the ball game. And there's one down to open things up in the bottom of the fourth, and it will bring up Stenson Kuntz, who is 0 for 2. And he grounded out to the second baseman, his counterpart Connor Bruce, and also lined out to Johnny Lyons at third base. One out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the first pitch. That's upstairs for ball one. So far, just 4 hits for Mandan. Only 1 for Pierre, 2 for Pierre. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0. Here to the number 2 hitter in Stenson Kuntz. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball left side. Hanson will field in the hole in the backhand. Throw across. Dean will try and swipe the tag as he was pulled off the bag and could not get the tag applied to Kuntz. And there's now 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And it will bring up Isaac Huddle.
The catcher, Isaac Huddle.
Huddle, who is 0 for 1, walked and also flew out to the right fielder. Here's the first pitch. That one will miss low for ball one. Runner on first and 1 out. We ruled a single for Stenson Kuntz. That one will bounce in. The count's now 2-0. Here to the catcher huddle. Linebach comes set from the stretch. That one is upstairs and is now quickly 3-0 here to huddle. This will be pitch number 84 upcoming here from Linebach. So he's slowly running out of pitches here in this ball game. 3-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. That's at 71 miles an hour from Ridge Linebach. See who Coach Brian White will go to next, first out of the bullpen. 3-1 pitch will come inside, and it will be a one-out walk issued, and it's now runners at first and second with one away, and it will bring up McCoy Keller. McCoy Keller is 1 for 1. He walked and then doubled. At the time, there's now 4 hits for Mandan, or make it 5 hits for Mandan. The first 2 were doubles. He had that second double of the game. He scores the only run so far for Mandan, as that one's over for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Linebach. That one is fouled out of play, and the count is now 0-2. Here to the cleanup hitter and McCoy Keller. Braden Bunnell is on deck with 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. An 0-2 count here to Keller. Linebach will come set. The 0-2 pitch. That one just outside. That's a good take there from Keller, because that's a really good pitch from Linebach trying to get him to chase on the 0-2. That was in the strike zone for probably 90% of the time out of the arm. And Keller is able to keep from swinging. 1-2 pitch. That one misses high and outside. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As this will be pitch number 90 from Ridge Linebach. He'll come set from the stretch. The 2-2. Curveball that's looked out for strike 3. And Keller will go down on strikes. That's the now 6th strikeout of the ball game. 5th strikeout of the ball game for Ridge Linebach. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Braden Bunnell, who is 1 for 2. With 2 outs and a runner on first. First pitch is over for strike 1. We'll see if Linebach's able to get out of this inning. That was pitch number 91. This will be pitch number 92. I would think with the way the weekend is shaping up that Coach White will probably have him go out there and throw the 105 pitches. Of course, he can finish the at-bat with 105, as the count's now 1-1 here to Bunnell. That one's on the outside corner, and it's now 1-2 here to Braden Bunnell. 1 for 2. He struck out looking in the first, singled in the third. Runners at first and second, and the 1-2 pitch with 2 outs. Goes the other way, out to right field, right in front of Zabel. He'll make the play, and the throw coming in will be cut off by Dean. And it's now a 3-2 ball game with runners at the corners. And the Mandan Chiefs are a base hit away from tying this ball game up, as Bunnell is able to go the other way, get his second hit, and pick up the RBI. And here's Regan Schlosser. Schlosser is 0 for 2. He flew out to the center fielder and also lined out to Connor Bruce. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning, first pitch over for strike 1. With now 10 pitches left to go in in the day for Ridge Lineback. That'll be pitch number 96. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. And Schlosser was almost jumping out of his shoes with that after that swing and a miss. Looking for strikeout number 6 is Lineback to finish out the inning. Keep it a 3-2 ball game. 0-2 pitch. And he will take strike 3, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 6 strikeouts for Ridge Lineback in his debut with the Senior Legion team. 1 run scores on 2 hits in the inning. No errors and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 5th. It is a 3-2 ball game. Pierre leads it over the Mandan Chiefs. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
May change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here, top of the 5th inning as Post State is leading at 3-2 over the Mandan Chiefs. As the Eights will have 9-1-2. Connor Bruce, Brecken Kruger, and George Stalley be the first 3 hitters. And we'll see if, again, with Ridge Lineback, who has thrown 97 pitches, if he will come out to start the 5th inning or not. As Bruce will lead things off here for Post State in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch, Bruce will swing and miss for strike 1. And thanks to Ryan Kruger trying to get the camera, make sure that we keep it out of the sun so we can keep it from getting too hot and freezing up like it did last time, as that one will bounce in. It's now 1-1. We're able to move it in the right spot, kind of try and move it closer to where I'm sitting at in the press box off the third base side, so we can keep it close to the Wi-Fi hotspot to make sure that we get the good signal to it. Count is 1-2 here to Connor Bruce. He'll swing and fly that one out towards right center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. A kick off the top of the 5th. Rolls all the way to the wall. Bruce will round second. He will hold up at second base. It'll be a leadoff stand-up double for Connor Bruce to kick things off in the top of the 5th inning. And the Eights are in business to try and extend their lead as it's back to the top of the order now here for Brecken Kruger. The second extra base hit of the season for Connor Bruce, as he has now got 5 hits in total. And Brecken Kruger, the top of the order, has an opportunity to drive in Bruce, who does his job to get on base at the 9 hole. So Kruger will come to the plate. He is 1 for 2, singled in the first and came in to score. And as he lays down a bunt to the third base side, it'll be fielded by the pitcher Aarons. The throw to first is going to be in time. Sacrifice will be complete. 1-3 on the put out. And there's now 1 down, and it will bring up George Stalley. And the runner will move up to third base. Bruce was the first man to reach against Aarons in relief. He had retired the first 6 that he saw before Bruce was able to double. Now the sacrifice bunt from Kruger, and you get a chance for another productive outing with a fly ball from George Stalley, and you can make this a 4-2 ball game. Infield is in all the way around outside the third baseman and Horner. He is still back behind the bag. As the 0-1 pitch, Stallion will swing and miss, and it's now 0-2 on a 63-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch from Seth Aarons. Stallion 2 for 2 so far, 2 singles in the first and the second. There's a hard ground ball. That's going to get through for a base hit. Stallion's now 3 for 3, gets the RBI, and it's a 4-2 lead for Post State. And the sacrifice bunt works out well for the Eights. They're able to score on the next at-bat with the RBI single, and they now lead it 4-2 with Bennett Dean to the plate.
First baseman, Bennett Dean.
Dean walked his first trip and struck out looking to lead off the third. He'll hit with 1 on and 1 out here in the fifth. First pitch will bounce in, blocked up by Huddle. And the count is 1-0. The Eights will, again, on Saturday, we talked about Friday what they're going to do. Saturday, though, Billings and Mandan will play first at 10 a.m. Then Pierre will play at 12:15 against Billings. And that will be it for the day for them. For Pierre, as that one will miss. It's going to get just a little bit to the left of Huddle, and taking second will be Stalley. And the count's now 2-0. And Bennett Dean with a base hit could drive Stalley in to make it a 5-2 lead. Glendive and Mandan will play at 2:30. And Glendive and Minot at 4:45 before Brainerd and Minot will play at 7 o'clock to close out day 2 of the Minot tournament. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 2-1 here to Bennett Dean. Then on Sunday, it'll be 8:30, the 3-seed consolation game. It'll be followed by a 10:45 first semifinal and 1 o'clock semifinal number 2 in the championship at 3:15. There's a ground ball to the right side that's going to move Stalley over to third. The throw to first is going to be in time, just barely in time to get Dean at first base, as both the pitcher and Aarons and Bunnell, the first baseman, struggled to figure out who was going to take the bag, but they were able to make the play. 4-3 on the ground out, and it will bring up Matthew Hansen with a runner on third and 2 away. So a wild pitch pass ball can get Stallion to score. Otherwise, it'll take a base hit from Matthew Hansen to make it a 5-2 ball game here for Pierre. Hansen is 0 for 2 so far. He'll ground it over the shortstop in the first pitch to Burgum. Throw to first is going to be in time, and it will be the third out and retire the side here in the top of the 5th inning. 1 run does score on the RBI single from George Staley. 2 hits in the inning. No errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and Post State now leads at 4-2 over Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and it's a 4-2 lead for Pierre over Mandan, as Post State will be looking to keep this a 2-run lead, as it will be J.J. Buchholz now on the mound for Post State. Buchholz, the DH, will come in the ball game, and he will now be getting rid of the DH with Leinbach coming out of the ball game, and Buchholz will be the man in relief for the Eights, and he'll make his debut on the hill.
For Post
So, what an outing for Ridge Leimbach. In his first appearance with the Senior Legion, a 15-16 player that comes in to help relieve with all the games that will be played this weekend, and not a whole lot of guys here, to relieve the pressure of what the Eights will have to deal with. And now Buckles will have the same opportunity to do the same. But 4 innings of work for Leimbach, 6 hits, 2 runs allowed, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 97 pitches. 51 of those 97 were for strikes, as Buckles will deliver a first pitch ball inside to Seth Ahrens to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. But a very strong outing for Ridge Leimbach, and one that you hope to build confidence the rest of the season on the 15-16 side. Maybe a couple Junior Legion games, and who knows, depending on how the season continues to play out, maybe he'll get another opportunity to pitch for the Senior Legion again. The 1-1 pitch will miss alone. It's now 2-1. And he's rightfully earned that opportunity to. In Post State, he won't be thrown into any South Dakota very, very, very important games. That one's popped up. Right side going into the foul territory. Jed Zabel will make the catch. He almost made a shoestring catch out there in right field. The leadoff man is retired to kick off the bottom of the 5th, as it's 7, 8, and 9 in the order for Mandan, and we'll bring up now the number 8 hitter in Tucker Horner, who is 0 for 1 with a backwards K and a walk so far in his 2 trips. But you get another game where, Minot will come to town, and it's going to be next weekend, so maybe that won't be the case. But any non-South Dakota game, and you need a pitcher, maybe you think about, and if it works out for the 15, 16-year-old team too, because he's going to have to pitch for them. 0-1 pitch, that one will come in and hit Horner, and it will bring up Anthony Johnson, the number 9 man, with 1 on and 1 out.
The center fielder, Anthony Johnson.
But you like what Leimbach was able to do in his 4 innings of work in this 9-inning ball game, as we're at the halfway point of this game with a 4-2 Pierre lead. First pitch is missed for ball 1. Again, Buckles with a DH. He comes in to the mound, so the DH is gone for the rest of the ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled back, and it's now 1-1 count here to Anthony Johnson. He also has walked and struck out. Walked in the 2nd and struck out swinging in the 3rd. These 2 guys, Horner and Johnson, were part of 2 walks and 2 strikeouts from Ridge Leimbach through 4 innings of the 6 that he had of each. That one's into center field for a base hit. Stopping at 2nd will be Horner, and it's now runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 down, and it will bring up Lucas Burgum.
He's back at the top of their batting order.
Burgum is 1 for 2. He doubled in the 1st and walked in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th inning. With runners at 1st and 2nd here with 1 down. And J.J. Buckholz will be looking for a ground ball. Here's the first pitch from Buckholz to Burgum. It's upstairs for ball 1. River Iverson, one of the coaches for the 15, 16-year-old team, and a little bit of a pep talk to both Buckholz and Leimbach, and also a reality check, too. There's a line shot that's down the 3rd base line, but foul. Saying the game's going to be a little bit faster. It will move a lot quicker than it does in the 15, 16 ranks. But not to be scared about it, and he talked highly about these two kids, Leimbach and Buckholz. Leimbach on the mound, and also the bat of Buckholz, as he'll hit now Lucas Burgum, and he'll load the bases up here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it will bring up now Stetson Kuntz, the second baseman. Kuntz is 1 for 3. He singled and came in to score in the 4th inning. Now the bases are loaded with 1 out in a 2-run ball game. Pierre leading 4-2 over Mandan. Here's the first pitch. That one is at the knees for strike one. Here's the 0-1 from Buckles. There's a fly ball towards center field. Brecken Kruger will come in. He'll jump to make the catch. The throw will come in. The runner tags, and he will score to make it a 4-3 ball game. A sacrifice fly for Stetson Kuntz. He's got his first RBI of the ball game. And there's now 2 away with runners still at first and second for the number 3 hitter, Isaac Huddle. And he's got the RBI opportunity. And he can tie the ball game up with one swing. And we also know with one swing he can give Mandan a 2-run lead with runners at first and second. First pitch, ground ball, Connor Bruce off the backhand. He will field flip the Hansen, unable to make the play. And the bases are now loaded. And the air will be charged to Bruce to keep the inning alive right now. And it will bring up McCoy Keller, who is 1 for 2.
Batter, the right fielder, McCoy Keller.
Keller doubled in the second inning, struck out looking in the fourth after drawing a walk back in the first. The bases are loaded, 4-3 ball game. Base hit would tie it up. Actually, base hit could give Mandan the lead with 2 runners in scoring position. First pitch, and Keller will rake it down the left field line. That's off the wall. 2 runs are going to come in to score. The third run being waved around. Hansen, the throw to the plate, is not going to be in time. It's a 3 RBI double for McCoy Keller. And it's a 6-4 lead now for the Mandan Chiefs. All 3 runs coming to score on the double for Keller, and it'll bring up Braden Bunnell. So as quickly as this inning, that's 4 runs have scored, and the lead is now 2 for Mandan. And right back to left field for George Stalley. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 8 men come to the plate, 4 runs score on just 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. It's a new ball game with Mandan now leading Pierre 6-4. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Johnny Lyons will lead things off here for Post State in the top of the 6th inning, as it will be 5, 6, and 7. Lyons, Hunsley, and Buckles, the first 3 hitters, with 4 runs scoring in the bottom of the 5th, and Mandan has their first lead, now up 6-2 or 6-4 over the over Pierre Post State. Tomorrow again, 12:15 starts coverage. 12 o'clock will start coverage. 12:15 we'll have first pitch between Pierre and Glendive, and then it'll be Pierre against Minot at 4:45 in the second game of the day. Pierre will then play Billings at 12:15 on Saturday with coverage starting at noon. And then Sunday could be anywhere from an 8:30 start, 10:45, or 1 o'clock start. That one's popped up in the first pitch out to left field. The catch will be made by the left fielder in Schlosser, and that'll be 1 pitch and 1 out to open up the top of the 6th inning. As now Grayson Hunsley to the plate. Lions now 0 for 2 with an RBI. Hunsley 1 for 2 with an RBI single. They made a 3-0 lead for Pierre. They led 3-0 and 4-2 as that one is popped up on the second pitch out of the shortstop. And Burgum will make the catch, and there's now 2 down. And J.J. Buckles will most likely take the first pitch as he's 0 for 2 right now. But Buckles, with the first 2 going down on 2 pitches, he will take the first pitch, which thankfully misses for ball 1 on the third pitch of the inning with 2 outs and nobody on base. That one is at the knees and is now 1-1. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That one is grounded over to the first base dugout. Thankfully, it hit the post in the dugout as Buckles was well late on the fastball and nearly went into the dugout over there. Here's now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Huddle will have to throw it to first base. It's going to be a 7-pitch inning for Seth Ahrens as he gets a 1-2-3 inning. After 5.5, it's still a 6-4 lead for Mandan over Pierre. You're listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
It is the bottom of the 6th inning. Post-8 is down 6-4. As it will be for the Mandan Chiefs, 6, 7, 8. Reagan Schlosser, Seth Ahrens, and Tucker Horner be the first 3 hitters here for the Mandan Chiefs. As they scored 4 times in the bottom of the 6th to take a 6-4 lead, their first lead here of this ball game. Again, it's a 9-inning ball game, so Post-8, while they would be in a regular Legion game, it would be a needing at least 2 runs, needing a 0 and then 2 runs in the 7th inning to get a little extra time, not just 3 outs left to work with. Here is Schlosser, who is 0 for 3 so far. First pitch will miss for ball 1. He flew out of the center fielder. Also lined out to Bruce at second, and then he struck out looking. The 1-0 pitch. That one is off the end of the bat. It's going to be a fair ball, and then he jumps as it goes foul. He had to jump, went between his legs to go foul after the spin that he had, the nice backspin that he had. Ended up going back in foul territory, but where he was at down the line, if it had hit him at any point, he was able to jump over it because if it hits him, he's out. But being able to jump over it like a hurdler in track, he was able to get an extra life here with a 1-1 count now. That one is taken for a strike, and it's now 1-2. That was an impressive jump from Regan Schlosser. If he's now the track team, he needs to be running hurdles. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball that's looked out for strike 3, and there's the first strikeout for J.J. Buckles in the ball game. There's now 1 down, and it'll bring up Seth Ahrens.
The pitcher, Seth Ahrens.
Ahrens has been very good in relief. He's thrown 4 innings so far, giving up just 2 hits. Those are the only 2 base runners that he's allowed. Turned out to be one of those 2 hits that end up coming in a score. But now he is in line for the win with Mandan taking the lead with a 6-4 advantage as he takes ball 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-0 pitch. That one's at the knees, and it's now 1-1. Aaron's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He got Mandan on the board in the bottom of the 3rd inning with that base hit. 1-1 pitch. That one will go behind Aaron's. Bounces in. Almost hit him off the bounce. Well, the count's now 2-1. Tucker Horner is on deck, who has walked and been hit by a pitch so far. Here's the 2-1. That one will bounce it off the mask of Hunsley. And the home plate umpire will walk his way out to Buckles and underhand flip of a baseball. The count is 3-1 to Aarons. Rich Leinbach no longer in line for, he's got a no decision this ball game, with Mandan taking the lead after he was removed. Here's the 3-1. That one will miss for ball 4. And a walk issued with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it will bring up Tucker Horner. Horner struck out looking at his first trip to the plate. He walked in the 3rd and was hit by a pitch in the 5th. That was with 1 out, and he was hit by a pitch and came around to score. That was part of the 4-run inning. That was upstairs, a swing and a miss, so a hit and run. The tag applied, they got him out at second base. Connor Bruce lays the tag down, and there's now 2 down, nobody on base, and it's an 0-1 count. As Aaron swung at that pitch, and he swung at it because of the hit and run on, and it was nowhere close to the zone, but he had to swing. The 0-1 pitch, that one will bounce in. It's now 1-1. So it was a little bit of a double gift there for Post State to throw out the runner at going to second, and then also got a strike on a pitch that was well out of the zone. There's a swing and a miss from Horner, and it's now a 1-2 count. And Buckles a strike away from having a unorthodox 1-2-3 inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Buckles will get the strikeout, and that's retiring the side here in the bottom of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 6, it is a 6-4 ball game in this 9-inning game. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Here in the top of the 7th inning, Post State is down 6-4 as Jet Zabel will lead things off 8, 9, and 1. Zabel, Bruce, and then Kruger, the first 3 hitters in the top of the 7th. Again, 9-inning ball game, so this is not the last 3 outs to get, and it's still 9 outs to work with. So Post State in a spot where, hey, you like to get 2 runs here, maybe 3 runs to take the lead, but it's not one that you have to keep the ball game alive, as Braden Bunnell will come to the plate. Bunnell will be on the mound for the Mandan Chiefs. The first pitch is over for ball 1.
Other defensive changes for the Chiefs. McCoy Keller now at first base.
There's a ground ball up the middle by Zabel. He's on to lead things off in the top of the 7th inning. And a good start there for Post State. As McCoy Keller will be at first.
Second baseman, Connor Bruce.
As Connor Bruce now will come to the plate. He doubled his last trip to the here. That was back in the top of the fifth inning. He doubled and scored the RBI single from Stalley. Here's the 0-1. And off the handle from Bruce, the throw to second for one at the mound. Back to first. It's a 1-6-3 double play. And there are now two down here in the top of the seventh inning. Just 4 pitches already, 2 outs here in the top of the seventh. Schlosser is back out in right field. Johnson in left. Ahrens is back in center as well. Here's Brecken Kruger. First pitch is fouled out of play.
Now in right field for the Chiefs, Reagan Schlosser. And now in center field, Seth Ahrens.
Here's the 0-1 to Kruger. That one's missing inside, and it's now 1-1. Ahrens went 4 innings, allowing just 2 hits, 1 run. As Kruger is hit by the pitch, and he will make his way to first base. No walks and 3 strikeouts for Ahrens.
Left fielder, George Stalley.
And now it's a runner on first with 2 away on the hit by pitch. And George Stalley will come to the dish with an opportunity to maybe drive a gap somewhere and get one of those 2 runs back here for Post State. That one's fouled back, and it's 0-1. Here to George Stalley. So Braden Bunnell, the third pitcher to be used in this ball game. 0-1 pitch, and Stalley will send it out towards center field. Coming in as the center fielder and Ahrens to make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the top of the seventh inning. Just a 9-pitch inning for Braden Bunnell. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the seventh. It is Pierre down 6-4 to the Mandan Chiefs. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Bottom of the seventh inning, Post State is down 6-4 as it will be at 9-1-2. Anthony Johnson, Lucas Burgum, and Stenson Kuntz to be the first 3 hitters here for the Mandan Chiefs with a 6-4 lead. As Johnson will come to the plate, he's 1 for 2 so far.
The left fielder, Anthony Johnson.
Johnson singled back in the 5th inning. And again, it was part of that 4-run inning that has gotten Mandan a 6-4 lead. First pitch will miss low for ball 1 to Anthony Johnson. And being a 9-inning ball game, the 7th inning stretch played here at the ballpark. The 1-0 pitch. There is a line shot that's through the middle of the diamond for a base hit. Leadoff single for Anthony Johnson. And he is now 2 for 3 in the ball game. And it brings up Lucas Burgum, who has been on base 3 times. He doubled in the first, walked in the second, and was hit by a pitch in the 5th. but he is only 1 for 2 as he struck out swinging back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch. Runner takes off. That one's fouled back to the netting. And it's 0-1 here to Lucas Burgum. And 7th inning stretch played, and I believe it was Harry Carey that was singing the 7th inning stretch. The legend of Harry Carey. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is a curveball that misses, and it's now 1-1. The amount of stories that Harry Carey could tell, and a lot of people that could tell about Harry Carey. I don't think there's a number that you can stop at. There's great stories abound as that one's popped up, foul territory. Benedine goes back into fair territory. It will bounce fair, goes off of him. He's able to pick it back up. The throw to second is not going to be in time. And it's now 1st and 2nd here with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. And a ball that the wind maybe took back into fair territory. And
the second baseman, Stetson.
It will bring up Stetson Kuntz now with runners at 1st and 2nd. It'll be ruled a single for Lucas Burgum, his 2nd hit. As Stetson Kuntz, the number 2 hitter, to the plate. First pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Runners at 1st and 2nd and nobody out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs, it's now 1-1. Get the likes of Harry Carey, Jack Buck. Those two are two of the best to ever call baseball and multiple sports too, as that one's at the letters is now 1-2. Of course, both guys, well, and for Harry Carey, most famously with the Cubs. 1-2 pitch on the inside corner and taken for strike 3, and there's one down now here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it will bring up Isaac Huddle. Huddle is 0 for 2 so far. He has been on base, though, 3 times, 2 walks, and he's also reached on an error. Flew out to the right fielder, Zabel. That was back in the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch to Huddle, and he'll sky that one out towards shallow center field. Brecken Kruger going over to left center field. He'll make the catch, and there's now 2 down. And both runners will have to stay at both 1st and 2nd. And it will bring up now McCoy Keller with 2 on and 2 outs. Keller is 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. He has driven in 3 runs. That was a 3-run double for McCoy Keller. That gave Mandan the lead as he was able to hit it off the chain link monster out in left field. So he is potentially, with the base hit, can have 4 runs driven in this ball game. First pitch, that will hit him. He won't get the opportunity to try and drive in another run. Bases are now loaded. And it will bring up now Braden Bunnell, who is 2 for 4 with 2 singles and an RBI.
Braden Bunnell.
Bunnell's got a chance to help himself out here with a base hit. First pitch is a ground ball to the left side. Hansen will field a high hop. The throw across to first is in time, and they will strand the bases loaded for the 3rd time in this ball game, Will Mandan. But they still lead at 6-4. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We head to the top of the 8th, and Pierre is down 6-4 to the Mandan Chiefs. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on a KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Wahi Federal Credit Union member? At Wahi Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Wahi Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727. Top of the 8th, it is a 6-4 lead for the Mandan Chiefs, as Pierre will have a 3, 4, and 5. Bennett Dean, Matthew Hansen, and Johnny Lyons, the first 3 hitters, as the 8s will be looking now down to their last 6 outs in this ball game. And again, just one 9-inning game here tonight. Pierre will then travel the rest of the way up to Minot tomorrow, and we'll play at 12:15 against Glendive in their first game, and then we'll have a game break. Mandan will play in that 2:30 game, their only game of the day tomorrow, and then Pierre will face Minot at 4:45 in the final game of day number 1 at the Minot tournament. First pitch is missing low and outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Dean will rip it out towards right field, but that'll hang up and right to the right fielder in Schlosser to make the catch. And there's one down here in the top of the 8th inning. And it will bring up Matt Hansen. Hansen's 0 for 3.
The shortstop, Matt Hansen.
He struck out looking, flew out to center field, and also grounded out to the shortstop in his 3 trips to the plate. Hansen hitting .318 coming into this full weekend as he fouls the first pitch back, and it's 0-1. Will primarily be at shortstop throughout this weekend for Post State. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes it low for ball 1. Trying to be a base runner here. Post State just down by 2. They scored 3 in the first, and then they scored 1 more in the 5th, but that's all they've had so far. Here's the 1-1, and Hansen will bend down and foul that one out of play, and it's now 1-2. On deck will be Johnny Lyons. 1-2 pitch. Hansen will foul it out of play on the right side. And we'll do it again here at 1-2. One-two pitch will bounce in, and it's now a 2-2 count here to the Post State shortstop. The 2-2. A high chopper that is foul, and Coach Brian White over at third base, unable to make the play. And the count remains at 2-2. We'll travel to Minot. It'll be an all-turf field just like it is here at Mandan. Get an opportunity to kind of get that feeling again, as that is taken on the outside edge at the top of the zone, and it's strike 3 to Matt Hansen. He is down on strikes for the second time in the ball game. And it brings up Johnny Lyons, who is 0 for 2 with a sac fly RBI. At that point, made it a 2-0 lead for Pierre. Led 3-0 and then 4-2 before a 4-run bomb of the 5th gave Mandan the 6-4 lead, in which they hold on right now and are 4 outs away from beating Post State. 0-1 pitch. That will be behind Lyons, and the count's now 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Lyons with a check swing, but a full swing on a pitch that was low, and the count's now 1-2 to the Post State third baseman. And Braden Bunnell looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the 8th. Swing and a miss by Lyons. The ball gets away from Huddle. The throw to first will still, though, be in time. And it will be a strikeouts for Bunnell, second so far tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Post State's still down 6-4 to Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
Did you ever hear the real story about the old woman who lived in a shoe? Who had so many children she didn't know what to do? Well, in the story, she wasn't given much credit. Believe me, she knew what to do, all right. She called my mom, Tara, at Kathy Sunshine Properties. She told my mom she wanted a house with 5 bedrooms and a large yard with room to run. Tara found her the perfect house and sold the shoe to a one-legged basketball player.
For your happily ever after, give me a call at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588. That's 224-5588. Visit contactkathy.com or stop by our new location at 301 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre.
Regan Schlosser lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning as Mandan is going to try and extend their lead. But here in the bottom of the 8th, a big zero is what J.J. Buchholz wants to have to give Post State an opportunity to score just 2 runs in the 9th inning. First pitch is missed for ball 1. Schlosser so far, he is 0 for 4. Flew out to center field, also lined out to the second baseman, and he struck out looking twice. That one is missed low and is now 2-0. In the top of the 9th for Post State, they will have 6, 7, and 8 with Hunsley, Buchholz, and Zabel. Right now needing at least 2 runs. There's a swing and a miss. And Schlosser looked like he was trying to make it a 7-4 ball game with that 2-0 swing. Here's a 2-1. Fouled off the foot of Schlosser. That doesn't feel very good. Off the inside of the leg of Schlosser. So counts now 2-2, and Grayson Hunsley will give Schlosser a little bit of time. Go talk to the pitcher and J.J. Buchholz. So far for Buchholz, he's 3 innings of 46 pitches right now for Buchholz. 4 hits, 4 runs, only one of them earned. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. For the second man to pitch for Post State from the 15-16 team. 2-2 is looked at for strike 3, and Schlosser will go down on strikes for the 3rd time in the ball game. And there's 1 down now here in the bottom of the 8th, 4th strikeouts for J.J. Buchholz. And here's Seth Ahrens. And for the coaching staff, well, all 3 coaches right now, River Iverson, who is here tonight, and he is watching his 2 guys pitch. As that one's over for strike 1 to Seth Ahrens, who is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Coach White, Coach Zabel, Coach Iverson, all going to be happy with how these 2 guys have thrown for Post State in their Senior Legion debuts. Coming up from the 15-16 team. Counts 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the turf. Blocked up by Hunsley. The throw to first base is in time. And there's back-to-back strikeouts here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And it will bring up now Tucker Horner. Horner's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 11 strikeouts combined now from Leinbach and Buchholz in the ball game. The now 23 men that have been retired in total for Mandan. That one will hit Tucker Horner. That's the 2nd time he has been hit. That's the 3rd time he's been on base with a free pass. As he went 0 for 2 through 8 innings with 2 strikeouts. But he was walked, hit by a pitch, and also hit by a pitch. And now here's Anthony Johnson He's 2 for 3 in the ball game. 2 singles in his last 2 trips. Back in the 5th and 7th inning. First pitch is coming upstairs and upstairs and inside for ball 1. Be big to get a 0 here for Pierre. And then it turns into just needing 2 runs, at least 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Getting 2 runs to keep the ball game alive compared to needing 3 or 4 or 5. Sounds a lot better. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled at the back by Johnson off the end of the bat, well out in front of the 67-mile-an-hour pitch. The count is 1-1. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. 7 o'clock here on this Thursday evening. 1-1. And Johnson goes the other way out in the left center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit for extra bases. That's going to score the run to make it a 7-4 ball game. And Johnson has an RBI double. And Mandan has made this a 3-run lead now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. On the double from Johnson. And it will bring up Lucas Burgum, who is 2 for 3 in the ball game, been on base 4 times. And Burgum with a base hit can make this a 4-run ball game. That's hit number 11 of the day for Mandan, as the first pitch is over for strike 1. 57-mile-an-hour breaking ball from J.J. Buckles. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Buckles to Burgum. That one is, I don't know if it went off the bat or not. It just sounded like it went off the glove, but Johnson did not break for third. So he's still at second base now with 2 outs. He's leaving on contact. He's probably going to score on a base hit anyway. But here's now the 0-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. The runner took off for third, and Johnson will dive head first safely without a throw, and he'll steal third anyway. So he is now 90 feet away. And here's now the 1-2 pitch from Buckles to Burgum. Bouncing in. Good block there from Hunsley. And that ball bounces off the turf, and he's more the chest protector on any pitch that hits in front of the plate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's popped up. Bennett Dean, foul territory. He'll make the catch over there in foul territory to retire the side here in the bottom of the 8th inning. But a run does score on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 9th, and Pierre needs 3 runs to try and keep this ball game from ending. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
It is the top of the 9th inning, and Post State is down 7-4 as it will be 6, 7, and 8. Grayson Hunsley, J.J. Buckles, and Jed Zabel to kick off the top of the 9th, needing at least 3 runs to keep this ball game alive, as Braden Bunnell trying to close it out for the Mandan Chiefs. Bunnell has thrown 2 innings so far. Seth Aaron's the middle reliever, who has fantastic in his 4 innings of relief, giving up just 2 hits. The only 2 guys that reached base against him gave up 1 run. As the first pitch is over for strike 1 to Grayson Hunsley, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Pierre led 3-0 after the first. It was still 3-2 after 4, as the count's now 1-1. Post State made it a 4-2 lead in the top of the 5th, but 4 runs in the 5th, made it a 6-4 lead for Mandan. And they added 1 more run this past inning as there's a ground ball to the right side. It'll be fielded by the first baseman. Underhand flipped to first, covering the pitcher, and they retire. Grayson Hunsley. It's a good play there from Bunnell to get over to the bag, who he looked to try and get to it first, unable to, and then it was Keller that was able to get to it.
Pitch hitting for post 8.
Here's Gary Nedved. Nedved will hit for Buckles. Buckles went 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a strikeout. And here's Nedved, first pitch, over for strike 1. Here in the top of the 9th. Post State down 7-4. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's now 0-2 to Nedved. Nedved, he is hitting .349 on the season with just 1 extra base hit. He picked that up yesterday of his 15 hits in total. 8 runs driven in on the year. That one's upstairs, and it's now 1-2. Again, Post State will travel to Minot tomorrow. They'll play at 12:15 and 4:45. Be on the air at 12 o'clock, right around 12 o'clock. There's a ground ball left side. Past the diving third baseman. Fielded in the hole at short. The throw to first is on the money, but not in time from the shortstop Burgum. And again, to make that play, to make it close, because Burgum actually slipped as he threw it, and he still threw a strike over to first base. Just that Nedved was able to beat it out for a infield hit.
The second baseman, Connor Bruce.
And now here is Jet Zabel. Zabel's 1 for 3. As he'll swing at the first pitch and hit it out towards right field, going back to the right fielder. That's going to get 1 hop off the wall. Nedved's going to round second. He's got to go for third because Zabel's going to stop at second base. The throw coming in. He'll dive head first in safely. And Zabel's got a 1-out double. And Post State will bring the tying run to the plate here with 1 out in the top of the 9th. And Zabel's got another extra base hit. That's his 5th double of the season of his 6 hits that he's been able to get. And now it's Connor Bruce, who has already doubled so far in the ball game. It's Bruce and then Brecken Kruger.
The second baseman, Connor Bruce.
So a base hit could make it a 1-run ball game, as Bruce will take ball 1, and you have the top of the order that is due up next here for Post State. But now will come set from the stretch. Here's the 1-0. That one will bounce in, and the count is now 2-0. Any way to be a base runner here for Connor Bruce and get it back to the top of the order and give Post State a chance with the tying run on base. With 1 out here in the top of the 9th, 2-0 pitch. That one will also bounce in. Another good block there from Huddle, and the count's now 3-0. Kruger, Stalley, and Dean, the top of the order, would be next. 3-0 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. Still a good hitter's count here for Bruce. Doesn't have to give in. 3-1 pitch. That one is at the knees, and it's now 3-2. That's a probably good take because that was nearly below the strike zone, but has been called majority of the game. 3-2 pitch. That is upstairs, so it is going to be a 1-out walk to load the bases here in the top of the 9th, and it will bring up Brecken Kruger. So the tying run is now on base here for Post State.
Top of their batting order, center fielder, Brecken Kruger.
Brecken Kruger is 1 for 2 so far. He had a sacrifice bunt and was also hit by a pitch in the last 2 times he's been to the plate. And we will have a pinch runner. Isaac Pollock will run for Connor Bruce. So Polak will enter the game. He'll be the second baseman if Post State is able to tie the ball game up. Polak will take that role in the batting order, be the second baseman for the Eights, but we'll also have a new pitcher on the mound because Nedved was hitting for Buckle. So bases are loaded here with one out. First pitch to Brecken Kruger. Over for strike one at the knees. He's looking for a second hit here in the ball game. With the bases loaded, Nedved at third, Zabel at second. Now Polak on at first. The 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss from Kruger, and the count is now 0-2. George Stalley is on deck. Here's the 0-2. And Kruger will down the left field line. That is a fair ball. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Isaac Polak on his way to third. The throw coming in. He will slide in safe at third base, and Brecken Kruger has made it a 1-run ball game here at the top of the 9th inning. A 2-run double for Kruger. He represents the go-ahead run, and he is in scoring position. Jet Zabel almost overran third base as he was watching the ball go down the left field line, and it landed fair, and Brecken Kruger's got a double. That's his first extra base hit of the season. A big timely one is he's now got 8 runs driven in on the season with his 2 RBIs. That one will bounce all the way back over to Bunnell on the first pitch to George Stalley. So Polak will remain at third. Kruger now at second, and a base hit could give Post State the lead here in the top of the 9th. 2 runs have scored so far, with another 2 in scoring position. Bunnell will come set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Stalley swings and misses, and it's now 1-1. Post State not quite giving up easily here. Bennett Dean is on deck. 1-1 pitch. Stalley on the left side. That will tie the ball game up. The throw coming to third. Kruger will be tagged out, but the ball game is now tied as it goes down as a fielder's choice RBI for George Stalley. We are tied 7-7 here in the top of the 9th with 2 outs, and it brings up Bennett Dean. Kruger is tagged out 6-5 on the fielder's choice. So now here is Dean, and if he can put one in the gap somewhere, and George Stalley the speed at first base, he could, as Stalley will take off for second, but a ground ball go right to the first baseman off the glove, and he will underhand flip it to first, and that will end the top of the 9th inning. 3-run score on 3 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We have played 8.5. We are tied now 7-7 going bottom of the 9th. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Bottom of the 9th inning as Post State and Mandan tied 7-7, and Jet Zabel will now be the man on the mound for Post State. Isaac Polak will stay in the ball game at second base for Connor Bruce, and Nedved, who hit for J.J. Buckles, will play right field for Post State. And it will be Zabel to deal with 2, 3, and 4. As we'll get the totals here for J.J. Buckles, who went 4 innings in relief of Ridge Limbach, he gave up 5 runs, only 2 of them earned on 5 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. And now Jed Zabel will be in to pitch here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And so for Zabel, he's got the easy task, or the simple task of saying you have to get a 0. You have to give us a chance in the top of the 10th now. And it will be 2, 3, and 4. Stenson Kuntz, Isaac Huddle, and then McCoy Keller. The first 3 hitters, 2, 3, and 4. The heart of the order coming up from the Mandan Chiefs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Again, this was a 9-inning ball game where Post State was trailing 6-4 after 7, and then even 7-4 after 8. And then they were able to score 3 runs on 3 hits in the top of the 9th to tie the ball game up. But now here is Kuntz, Huddle, and Keller, the first 3 hitters. So here's the first pitch from Zabel to Kuntz, over for strike 1 at 78 miles an hour.
For your Chiefs, the second baseman, Stetson Kuntz.
So Mandan and Pierre tied 7-7 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 0-1 pitch is outside, and it's now 1-1. Here to the Mandan second baseman. 1-1 pitch to Kuntz. That'll hit him. And the winning run is on base to open things up in the bottom of the 9th inning. And it will bring up the number 3 hitter, Isaac Huddle, who's still in search of his first hit of this ball game. Huddle, he reached on an error in the bottom of the 5th inning. He was also walked in the 1st and 4th. Again, Huddle hit a home run in the ball game against Pierre back on June 7th at Hyde Stadium. One of 2 big flies for the Mandan Chiefs in that ball game. First pitch is over for strike 1. Here to Isaac Huddle. Here's the 0-1 from Zabel. That one goes behind Huddle, nearly hit him again, and the count's now 1-1. McCoy Keller would be on deck. Braden Bunnell, the pitcher of record right now for, well, I guess it wouldn't be really a record with the 7-7 tie, but could be the pitcher record. And they will call a balk on Zabel, and the runner will take second base. So now he is in scoring position with a 1-1 count. And so now Isaac Huddle doesn't even need to find the gap. He can get a base hit and could win the ball game here for the Mandan Chiefs. And they will intentionally walk Huddle, so he won't get the opportunity of doing that. And it's first and second here with nobody out, which is you're intentionally walking to get to the cleanup hitter, but when the runner's at first and second, you get a ground ball and start a double play. And instead now it's runners at first and second instead of just a runner on second base, so you can get a ground ball to, as the first pitch, a showing bunt, and pulling it back for ball 1.
First base, number 2, Ben Kleinknecht.
Ben Kleinknecht will run for Isaac Huddle. And it still could mean something if they're able to retire the runner at second base, and Kuntz trying to go to third base. There's a bunt foul by McCoy Keller, and the count is now even at a ball and a strike. So Zabel with a hit by pitch and also a walk. It's an intentional walk. 1-1. There's a bunt down the first base line. Dean will pick it up. He'll tag out in the runner. So they both will advance 90 feet on the sacrifice bunt. And now do you intentionally walk Braden Bunnell to load the bases up to deal with Regan Schlosser,
The pitcher, Braden Bunnell.
who is 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. But they're going to go after Bunnell with the runners at second and third. First pitch There's a high chopper, and that's going to go over the head, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to win the ball game. A walk-off single for Braden Bunnell, and it's a 8-7 win for the Mandan Chiefs over Post State. We'll step aside. We'll come back in a minute and wrap it up here from Mandan. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family-owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, third time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet? Forget your phone instead. So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so safe. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
As we welcome you back here to Mandan, it's a walk-off hit for the Mandan Chiefs. They got it off the bat of Braden Bunnell, who ends up being the winning pitcher. Jet Zabel will pick up the loss on the mound as the Eights were unable to they were able to get the game tied, but unable to pick up the win as the Chiefs were able to score in the bottom of the ninth inning. They finished the game with 7 runs to Post State, 10 hits, 1 error, and for the Eights, they end up leaving 5 men on base. For the Mandan Chiefs, they scored 8 runs on 12 hits, no errors, and 15 men left on base in that ball game. So it was a game that Post State started out 3-0 lead. And then it went to a 3-2 ball game after 4 innings. It was RBIs from Johnny Liza, sac fly. It was also Grayson Hunsley with an RBI that made it a 3-0 ball game. And then an RBI hit from George Stallion made it a 4-2 ball game, but 4 runs scored in the 5th inning on a 3 RBI double from McCoy Keller that gave Mandan the 6-4 lead. They added a run the 8th to make it 7-4. And then Post State in the top of the 9th didn't give up. They had a 2 RBI double from Brecken Kruger and an RBI fielder's choice from George Stalley to tie the game up at 7-7. But a hit by pitch, intentional walk, a sacrifice bunt, and then a first pitch to Braden Bunnell, who was able to chop it over the head of Matthew Hansen at short, who was in to try and protect with the trying to throw the runner out, trying to score. It bounced over his head and went for an RBI single, and Mandan wins the ball game 8-7 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 18 minutes. It's a pretty good 9-inning ball game. Major League Baseball can take some notes as Post State drops it 8-7, and they will fall to 7-12 now on the season, and will head up to the Minot tournament tomorrow. Their first game's at 12:15. Coverage will start at 12 o'clock, and then they'll play at 4:45 against Minot in the second game of the day up in Minot at Corbett Field. Be on the air at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon right here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. I want to say thanks to Drew McIntyre back at the station. And for John Wickler signing off, Post State drops it on a walk-off single to Mandan. They lose 8-7 as we say so long from Mandan.
You've been listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post State Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, Dakota Sprinkler, CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas. Post State Baseball is also brought to you by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Ferding Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Avera, Sander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season for post-day baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of KCCR Sports, Central South